Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Penelope. This is their straight bourbon whiskey, finished in a toasted cask, coming in at a 50% ABV, 5-year age statement. So here in 2023, Penelope finally started showing up on the shelves here in Indiana, which is fantastic. And Penelope does a lot of sourcing from MGP, and actually more recently was actually purchased by MGP, ironic. But this I'm really interested in. So far in their series, I've had their 4-grain, and I have their other bottles that are coming up soon after this review. Don't know which order I'm going to post them in, but we do know a mash bill on this, which is 74% corn, 21% wheat, and 5% malted barley. And then they finish it in a heavily charred cask, like freshly charred kind of situation. So, being that they do all that, plus non-chill filtering, keeping that transparency open is always a big plus in my book. But I'm really excited how well they can do a toasted cask. So let's get into things. As always, we're going to be trying it 2 different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add just a drop of water, see if anything changes up. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that kind of good stuff. If you are interested in some other Penelope reviews, they will be linked up above and down below. Again, I've all 4 of their main core lineups actually showed up here in Indiana. Their barrel strength, the toasted, the 4-grain, and the architect. And then actually I bought a bottle of the Takai cask finished, their rosé cask, and I was actually sent a sample of the Rio as well. So I'm excited to keep recovering a bunch of Penelope. And I love their artwork on the front here. I love the little anagram P. I'm a big fan of I usually call this like a wine bottle. Very tall, very just simple and pronounced. But the etching to really showcase the spirit inside, always a big thumbs up in my book. And for 5 years old, good color on her. Yeah, a little dark golden going on. All right, let's go for notes. Oh, that is rich and sweet. Vanillas and caramels. Chariness as well. Almost a berryness going on, like a red berry. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes there. A little bit of corn sweetness in there as well. Brown sugars, definitely. Now, the only other thing I think I've had that is officially toasted is the Elijah Craig, and I was a huge fan of that one. That was just such an amazing bottle. I was able to find it here in our area for MSRP, so I was very happy about that. But it's going almost berries and cream for me. That beautiful caramel showing up in that toasted, almost like if you then charred the berries and cream. Oh, that is gorgeously sweet. But still got some of those classic bourbon whiskey notes going on there with the caramel, vanilla, and the oaky layers. All right, let's go for a taste. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Nose mimics the palate very close here. Beautiful char layers going on. The toasted elements are bringing out these beautiful sweet vanillas and caramels, brulee effects going on here. I am still getting a bit of the berry on the taste as well. Soft sweets, little spice layer in there. That rice spice is nice and simple going on, not super in depth on it, but just gives a little pop of spice in there. Damn if that ain't good. Really good mouthfeel on it, coats very well. But right up front, getting that nice sweet berries, the vanilla, the caramel, the toasted, the chariness. And then you get a little bit of that sweet grain in there as well from the corn. Then it keeps us going through that process, bringing out more subtly sweet fruit notes, a bit of char in there as well. It just keeps recycling them. And honestly, it just keeps cycling from there, bringing out those berries and cream, the charry notes, the oak layers, the caramel and the vanilla. All those just keep cycling beautifully. That is a gorgeous sip. Yeah, that's just a good sip. Wow, I'm very happy about that. Again, I started off on the 4-grain. I thought it was really good for its price. This is really good. I am thoroughly excited. to see what happens when we add just a little drop of water. See what changes up here. If I have a guess, maybe it'll break up some of those oils, make it go a little sweeter. I don't know. Might not do anything. Who knows? That's part of the science of all this, isn't it? All right. Let's see what the water does. Let's go for notes. Very soft. I would say it takes what's going on in the neat version, dials it back about 30 to 40%. But I am getting a bit more grain sweetness going on. You still get the chariness, you still get the berries, vanillas, caramels, oak layers all showing up. All those things are great. And honestly, it just is very reminiscent of the neat version, just a little lighter. All right, let's go for a taste. ABV does show up a little bit on the taste. It goes a little metallic. But once you get past that, the finish here starts going in a little bit deeper, bringing out very reminiscent flavors on the palate, giving you those soft berries, a bit of chariness in there, the vanilla layer still showing up. The corn is very dominating in the water version. It goes very sweet corn-like, just sweet, dusty grain notes going on, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It doesn't matter what you drink or how you drink it, as long as you enjoy it. It's not too bad, actually. Obviously, with it being non-chill filter, that little drop of water breaks up a lot of those oils, and it goes a little simple. But not a bad simple. Oh yeah. Going back to the neat version brings you back to the char, brings you back to that toasted element going on with this bottle. That's beautiful. This is nice and sweet, simple as well. Nothing wrong with it. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. I ended up paying about $62 for this, so $61.99. So for $62, this is a really great sip. Looking around online, I see this go anywhere between mid-60s to mid-70s as well. And to be honest, I don't think that's a bad price. I think up to $70, you're getting a really solid toasted bourbon experience. We might have to do an A/B comparison with Elijah Craig Toasted just for funsies, just to really see, because the Elijah Craig Toasted tends to be about $50 MSRP, but most places mark it up anyways because it's a harder to find bottle. But for $60-ish, I would say sub 70, you're doing a good pick on this one. It brings everything you want from a good classic bourbon, but that toasted element going on here with the heavy char dials it in even more. Beautiful sip. Big props on this one. I'm happy this finally came to Indiana, that's for sure. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Penelope straight bourbon whiskey, finished in a toasted cask. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I would do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might